Let's be honest, moving to a new place can be incredibly stressful. And if you're heading to the Arizona desert, getting your AC running isn't just a luxury, it's an absolute necessity. Welcome to today's explainer. We are going to completely demystify the process of setting up your electricity with Tucson Electric Power. Whether you're a complete beginner trying to navigate the system for the very first time, or you just need a quick refresher on their current pricing options, we're going to walk through this entire process step by step. Let's jump right in.
So you're moving to Tucson, or maybe launching a new business in the desert. Like I said, it can feel pretty chaotic. And if you're doing it in, say, July, yeah, it's going to be incredibly sweaty too. Between packing up all those boxes, coordinating moving trucks, and finalizing endless piles of paperwork, your to-do list is probably overflowing right now. But here is the fantastic news. Setting up your utility service to get that cool air blasting can actually be the absolute easiest box to check off your list. You just need to know exactly what's required.
The good thing is, you're in really good hands here. Tucson Electric Power, or TEP, has been powering southern Arizona for over 125 years. I mean, they are a massive operation. They serve more than 420,000 customers across a sprawling 1,155 square mile area. To put that into perspective, that is a huge footprint. They're a trusted, super reliable pillar of the local infrastructure, which means getting connected is a highly streamlined, well-oiled process. All right, here is our roadmap for today. We'll cover 5 key areas: getting started with the prerequisites, navigating the application process, choosing the best pricing plan for your specific lifestyle, managing your bill, and finally, utilizing energy-saving resources. Okay, Section 1. Getting started with TEP, setting the foundation for your power. So before you even touch a keyboard or pick up your phone, you need to gather a few materials. Think of it like getting your ingredients ready before you cook. TEP requires some specific identifiers to verify who you are and to mitigate credit risk. You're going to need your full legal name, a verifiable social security number or driver's license, your exact desired start date, the precise service address, including any unit or apartment numbers, and a quick declaration of whether you're the owner, a tenant, or an authorized agent for the property. Having this stuff ready makes the very next step practically effortless.
Which brings us right to Section 2, the application process. Step-by-step onboarding.
Once you have all those documents we just talked about gathered up, you actually have 2 really simple avenues to get started. The absolute most direct route is online. You just use the TEP My Account portal, which acts as a handy little self-service wizard to start, stop, or transfer your service. Super easy. But hey, if you prefer talking to a real human being, you can totally call their customer care hotline at 520-623-7711. They are available Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now, let's talk numbers. Your initial startup fees are going to depend entirely on your specific service type and, frankly, how much of a rush you're in. Most residential homes use what's called single-phase service. Getting that connected on the very next available business day is $43. But if you're in a pinch and need a rush same-day connection, and keep in mind that is subject to availability, it jumps up to $66. Now, for commercial properties that use 3-phase service, those fees are $163 for the next day and $305 for same-day service. Now, here's a crucial point when you're getting started: managing those initial costs. We all know utility companies often require a security deposit. By default, TEP can require a deposit of up to 2 times your estimated average monthly bill. But, and this is a big but, there are actually 3 ways to entirely bypass this requirement. You can prove prior compliance with TEP over the last 2 years. You can provide an external letter of credit showing you made timely payments to a past utility company, or you can secure a guarantee from an approved social agency or a surety bond. So definitely look into those if you want to keep that cash in your pocket. Moving right along to Section 3, choosing your pricing plan, tailoring energy to your lifestyle. Okay, before we even start comparing the different plans, we really need to define a critical, slightly confusing regulatory term: the demand charge. Listen closely because this is huge. This is a specific fee based not on your total overall usage, but on your single highest individual hour of energy usage during on-peak time periods. Basically, it reflects the intense strain placed on the power grid when everyone tries to use electricity at the exact same time. It's kind of like rush hour traffic on the highway. Understanding this concept is absolutely key to unlocking major savings on your bill. So, when it comes to residential options, you have 4 main choices. First, there's the basic plan. It has no demand charge and no time of use hours. Your rate is constant. So, the only way to save money here is literally just to use less energy overall. Then there's the time of use, or TOU plan. This one charges you less during off-peak hours, so the whole strategy there is shifting when you use your heavy appliances. Next is peak demand, which introduces that tricky demand charge we just talked about. For this one, you need to level out your power load so you don't create spikes. And finally, demand TOU. This one combines both concepts. It offers the lowest off-peak rates of all, but it requires you to shift your usage to off-peak times and level out your load.
You might be wondering, how does this actually play out in the real world? Well, a programmable thermostat is going to be your absolute best friend if you're on a time of use plan. By pre-cooling your home during those cheap, off-peak hours, you can actually let the AC rest during the really expensive on-peak hours. And just a heads up, during a scorching Arizona summer, those peak hours are typically between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. on weekdays.
Here's another incredibly practical tip for you. Just delay running major heat-generating appliances like your dishwasher or clothes dryer until after 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. And look, if you are on one of those demand plans, you absolutely want to avoid running the dishwasher, the dryer, and the oven all at the exact same time. Doing that would create a massive, immediate spike in your highest individual hour of usage, which triggers that really hefty demand charge we talked about earlier. Just spread it out.
All right, let's look at Section 4, Billing and Account Management, taking control of your costs.
You know, TEP actually offers some fantastic consumer protections and management tools. For instance, if you hate wildly fluctuating bills, and who doesn't, their budget billing program averages your yearly usage into nice, equal monthly payments. No surprises. There are also really robust assistance programs like LIHAP for those who qualify. Furthermore, under rules approved by the Arizona Corporation Commission, there is a summer disconnect suspension from June 1st through October 15th. This protects residential customers from having their power shut off for non-payment during the state's most dangerously hot months. But please remember, you are still completely responsible for paying that balance.
We're on to our fifth and final section, Energy Savings and Resources, Empowering Your Efficiency.
Believe it or not, TEP actively wants to help you lower your consumption. Through a program they call Easy Save, you can take advantage of reduced pricing on high-efficiency lighting upgrades for your home. And the brilliant part here is that all the rebates are paid directly to their approved contractors. That instantly lowers your out-of-pocket expenses right at the time of service without you ever having to fill out forms and wait around for a check in the mail. It's pretty sweet.
So to summarize, TEP's core philosophy on energy efficiency, it really all boils down to 3 highly actionable steps you can start taking today. 1. Use less energy overall. Seriously, just turn up that summer thermostat a few degrees and run your ceiling fans. 2. Shift your usage to off-peak hours. Actively change when you are using the most power. And 3. Level out your load. Purposely space out the use of your large appliances so you avoid putting a sudden strain on the grid. Ultimately, you are the one holding the power to reduce your own bill.
As we wrap things up today, please keep this quick, professional disclaimer in mind. Utility regulations, rates, and specific fees are absolutely subject to periodic updates and changes. So always make sure to verify your specific setup requirements and current pricing directly through TEP's official channels, either by checking out their website or by calling their customer care team directly. Look, setting up your electric service is an absolute breeze when you have the right information in hand. Now that you know the exact steps to take, what the fees look like, and the specific daily strategies you can use to control your costs, well, the only question left is, which TEP pricing plan are you going to choose to maximize your savings and power your new desert lifestyle? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and enjoy your newly energized space.